Our story begins suddenly as a group of normal-looking young people are summoned to a mysterious realm. They are immediately called heroes and greeted by a princess and a man cloaked in black holding a magical device that looks like an ornate mirror. The man proceeds to use the mirror to appraise each of the first summoned heroes, revealing the first to be a holy sword wielder with great potential. The second and third are revealed to have holy magic and the ability to use light, wind, lightning, and ice magics respectively. The cloaked man ecstatically announces how powerful the three are, and the princess pleads with them to save her kingdom called Rightshare. The fourth hero standing behind the other three is finally noticed by the cloaked man. He is Mukoto Tisashoi, and the protagonist of the story. His unique ability is discovered to be online grocery and is significantly more underwhelming than the others. One of the heroes asks if that skill could possibly be of any use, and Mukoto wonders how he ended up with such a bad skill. Even though he is lacking in skill, Mukoto is informed he must still meet with the king, who tells the heroes that a demon king sometimes invades the kingdom. He then asks for their help in defending the lands and keeping peace, and tells them the demon king would also have a way to send them home after the journey. Mukoto has a bad feeling about the king and queen's motives and requests to be left out of the adventure, instead claiming he would only hinder the mission's progress as he has a weak online shopping skill and nothing else that would be of use. He requests to live a simple life in the kingdom without being exposed as an otherworlder. The king seemingly agrees and gifts Mukoto 20 gold coins in a sack to begin his new life. As soon as Mukoto begins walking, he starts to draw attention because of his attire, so he decides to go to a shop and buy more common clothing. After that, he finds a room for the night, lays on the bed, and is happy with his decision not to go on the adventure, still finding the king and queen suspicious. He remarks that he should leave the country. He then commands the status menu to open, and it does. Much to his surprise, Mukoto sees that he is level 1 and besides his unique online shopping skill, he also has an item appraisal skill as well as an item storage skill. Mukoto commands the online grocery skill to open, but is surprised when nothing happens. This time he tries clicking on the skill like a button, and the online grocery menu opens, astounding him. He tries the skill by buying a bottled water and a snack. He discovers he has to insert money to receive the items and does so. The items appear instantly, making him happy. Mukoto knows he can always eat and make money with a skill like this. The next day he flags a traveling caravan and pays for a ride to the next town. One of the other travelers talks with Mukoto on the ride and is a soap merchant. Mukoto uses this chance to ask about the appraisal and storage skills, and both are rare skills, with storage being a 1 in 1,000 skill and appraisal being only obtainable by summoned heroes. Mukoto does not tell the man that he was summoned or that he has any skills and pretends to be normal. The merchant then encourages Mukoto to pursue his goal of leaving the country, as it is on the brink of war and may close its borders soon. When they arrive, all travel services have been suspended. Two guys at the pub tell Mukoto the country suspended travel to keep people from fleeing and making the country weaker. Mukoto then decides to hire an escort to take him out of the country and proceed to the adventurers guild to hire one. Mukoto is told since the journey will be long on foot, 8 gold coins will be the price. Mukoto is shocked at the price but decides it will be worth it in the end and pays. The guild's attendant then assigns a C-rank hero and his companions as escorts. Mukoto offers to cook for the party as well and persuades them to take the job. The next day, Mukoto is introduced to the rest of the crew: Vincent the swordsman, Rita who's a scout, Ramon the mage, and Franca a healer. They depart toward the neighboring kingdom of Venan. After walking for a while, they take a break, and Mukoto decides to cook a meal using a stove he pulls from his item storage. Vincent remarks on how nice the stove is, and Mukoto has a flashback to a merchant attempting to sell him a magic stove for 50 gold. Mukoto refuses the high price and buys a portable gas stove using his online shopping skill for much less. Cut back to the present, and Mukoto has finished cooking for his companions. They are all astounded with how good the food is. Mukoto is surprised by this, as it's just instant soup and some bread he had in his item storage. Everyone is happy they took the job and got a chance to taste the wonderful food. The group continues traveling and are attacked by insect monsters, but Vincent and Werner manage to take them out pretty easily. Mukoto has never seen bugs so big before and is frightened at the sight. After the battle, Franca heals the wounded and Rita has scouted ahead and warns the group that a red boar is in their current path. Before they can decide what to do, the boar attacks and Mukoto is scared at the size of the monster. But Vincent and Werner work together and take the beast down. They skin the beast and mention selling the hide, and Mukoto stores the meat in his item storage. That evening, Mukoto begins cooking dinner and everyone stands around watching in anticipation, but Mukoto says he can't do it with everyone watching him. Reluctantly, they turn around and Mukoto uses his online grocery to make a stew with bacon, cabbage, carrots, sausage, and potatoes. He serves it to everyone with a slice of bread. They all try it at once and hesitate after taking the first bite. Mukoda wonders aloud if they didn't like the soup, but they scarf it down manically and all ask for seconds as they love the food, and tell Mukoda they usually only have jerky and hard bread while traveling. Rita even mentions feeling stronger after eating the food, and Mukoda uses his appraisal skill on her and sees she has buffed her stats after consuming the meal. Mukoda freaks out as he thinks to himself he must be careful not to reveal himself as a summoned hero by giving buffs accidentally with his skill. In the woods behind them, green eyes glow and a voice talks about how good the food all looks and smells. Their party continues traveling and come to a forest where they decide to make camp before entering the forest tomorrow. Mukoda decides to cook some of the boar meat from earlier, electing not to prepare any more food from the other world. Mukoda make the boar meat with vegetables and everyone can't wait due to the aroma. They taste it and it's the best meat any of them have ever had. As they eat, Mukoda notices everyone is suddenly quiet and staring towards him. We then see a giant wolf appear with fur that flows like a flame, and Werner calls it a Fenrir. The green-eyed Fenrir demands to be fed some of the red boar they're having, and Mukoda immediately gives him a full plate. The Fenrir eats it all in a single bite and asks for more in a menacing tone. Mukoda obliges and asks for time to prepare another meal, and the Fenrir waits. Mukoda cooks frantically but can't seem to satisfy the beast's appetite as it keeps asking for more and more. Eventually the beast is satisfied and Mukoda is tired from making so many meals. After eating, the Fenrir offers to form a familiar contract with Mukoda as he is taking a liking to him and his delicious cooking. Mukoda wants to turn it down, but the beast glares at him with those green eyes, making Mukoda change his mind and accept the contract. His companions also encourage, so he is convinced. The wolf's head begins to glow and he touches Mukoda, forming the contract. The wolf then says that by forming the contract, Mukoda is now responsible for his well-being and that he expects 3 meals a day. Mukoda is caught off guard as he did not expect to have to make so much each day, and the scene goes black. In the after-credits scene, Mukoda informs us that he has discovered that 1 gold coin here is worth $100 US, and we see that he has 8 gold and 5 silver coins left. We also see that the escort mission has come to an end, with his companions bidding him farewell after safely escorting him to Venin. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.